and this is Jennifer Kleekamp. LaRu Lanes, what do you think, Jennifer?
Oh, we got 16 fabulous lanes here. Charlie Goldfuss, our fine host this morning.
Right.
We're in Highland Heights, Kentucky, and we are ready for a great match. Give away a lot of money on this St. Patrick's Day special edition.
That's a special edition is right. We're going to give away some green on the day of the green. And in our first match, we're going to feature a couple people that, well, you've seen several times. Riga Kalfas, of course. 6 continuous weeks as our king. We don't have to say too much more about his style. He's proven that he can bowl. His opponent, Jerry Eckel. Jerry Eckel will knock down as many pins as you can possibly imagine with the unorthodox style. We've talked about it 100 times, but Jerry and I went toe-to-toe here 10 years ago, so I've got some personal interest in this match. I like to see what we're going to come up with. And we are going to be back in just a few minutes for game number 1 on this, the St. Paddy's Day, the day of the green.
Cincinnati BPA's Hudy King of Bowling. Brought to you by Hudy Shainlin, brewers of Cincinnati's celebrated beers. The best in the world is brewed right here.
Hey, did you hear the Little Kings won a gold medal at the Great American Beer Festival?
Yeah. Some distinguished panel of experts finally discovered what some of us have known all along.
It's not some panel of experts that makes Little Kings so good. It's that great smooth taste that comes from Little King's specialized brewing process and finest quality ingredients.
Better stock up before the tourists arrive.
Little Kings, as always, first in its class.
Diet Pepsi, and now caffeine-free Diet Pepsi, the taste that's generations ahead.
Lee's famous recipe makes the best-tasting chicken in town. We bake fluffy, scratched buttermilk biscuits glazed with melted butter. Taste our country fresh salads and hot vegetables. Now you can get famous with Famous Recipes Catering Hotline. Dial chicken. That's 244-2536 for great chicken and side dishes for your next party. Famous Recipes Catering Hotline. The great taste keeps you coming back.
Spring comes early at America's Choice. America's Choice is eager to announce our spring cleaning sale. Reduced prices on all 1987 homes and specials on all 88 models. It's your choice at America's Choice. Free microwave, free washer and dryer, or free park rent. Come on by this weekend for all the exciting details. See why Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky are making America's Choice their choice in mobile homes. In Milford and Walton, Kentucky.
Good morning. That's where it all happens. WLW, Channel 5 in Cincinnati, and we are just south of Cincinnati today. LaRu Lanes, Jennifer.
Highland Heights, Kentucky. 16 beautiful lanes here. As I said in the beginning, the Charlie Goldfuss is our gracious host this morning. Super guy.
I can attest to that. Lanes 13 and 14, where the action begins, and as we've seen so often, Riga Kalfas opening the show with a great shot, leaving the stone 7.
Now, Riga's in a little bit different position this week. He has been our king in the past, got dethroned last week by Ron Pollard, so he's got to climb his way up the ladder this morning, but if anybody can do it, Riga can.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Jennifer. He was looking a little puzzled earlier in practice. There you see the 7-pin, or as one of my former workers used to call it, the little weasel over there in the corner. Cross lane for the spare, should be no problem for Riga, and he takes it.
Now we're going to look at Jerry Eckel, the creeper.
That's right. We befriend him with that title, and we call his style unorthodox, but Riga obviously doesn't have to watch it. Jerry developed this style, and ladies and gentlemen, please, at home, you can do whatever feels comfortable for you as long as you repeat it. Boy, completely errant shot that time, going all the way across for the Stone 5.
Next week we will be qualifying at Holly Lanes. Today we will be qualifying at, well, let's see here, Dave. Where will we be qualifying
We're
here?
going to be in St. Bernard.
That's right, Pinhouse, one of my favorite centers.
Pinhouse, that's right. Thrown a couple of good series there. We're going to put on the shoes and give it a whirl. And it's all brought to you here on Channel 5. You're watching Jerry Eckel at this point, picking up the 5-pin. And Tommy Brenneman unavoidably detained, as you can detect in the opening, but he'll be here shortly. My cohort in crime. Jerry Eckel is a pipe fitter, 50 years old, and he is still knocking down a lot of lumber, Jennifer.
You know, I believe, yeah, he had 6 300 games, all bowled after the age of 43, and he started bowling at age 7. I really thought that was a fascinating fact about Jerry.
That is, and that means there's hope for me yet.
Me too.
Jerry Eckel, lane 13, leaves the 3, 9, 10. Not an easy spare by any stretch of the imagination, and Jerry Eckel's getting off to a difficult start against Riga Kalfas.
And I'm sure Riga will jump right on that. We'll see what happens here in this next frame. I don't think Jerry just isn't quite comfortable yet.
No, not at all. Looks good. It's about as close as you're going to come without making it. And now Riga takes the stand. Age 20, we've said that several times before. We can repeat some of this information, I guess, in case some of you are new to our show. This is our 5th year on WLW and the 26th year of this fantastic bowling show, and you, the home viewers, have made it as popular as it is. We thank you for tuning in.
And we also thank our sponsors. Hudy, been right with us all throughout the 26 years. Lee's Famous Recipe, our new sponsor with us this year. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, I had a bucket of chicken and a 6-pack again this week, and it's, watch out, folks, it's habit forming.
It is. Absolutely.
The replay will show you Riga Kalfas, the primo that we've been watching. Board 11. Now watch the ball come just roaring back. 1-2 pocket, completely filled up. No deflection here. 10 pins in the pit. Every pin doing its job, Jennifer.
The new wrath factor.
Ooh, no, we're not going to utilize that anymore. We're going to give away the green today. A little later on, stay tuned to Channel 5 because you can watch the St. Patty's Day Parade. And Jennifer, you and I have, I guess, the honor of appearing in the parade.
Personal interest with the Bowling Proprietors Association, a fine organization.
There we go. The Riga train is on track and chugging away. And if Jerry Eckel isn't careful, he could get run over. The brush he's holding, excuse me, Jennifer, the brush he's holding in his hand is to prep his shoe. The bottom of the shoes are made of leather, and we bowl on wood, so the proper feel from your toes to your nose is very important.
Absolutely, I like that.
Jerry Eckel, right lane, lane 14, needs to get on track, and he is completely lost.
Looks like his timing is really off. As he lets go of the ball, it looks like he's falling forward or falling out of his stance.
Well, you're right, Jennifer, and timing is probably the most critical factor that we can talk about. It's something you have to work on, something you have to develop, and when it's wrong, you can't do anything else right. Jerry
No, you
Eckel,
sure can't.
Yeah, he's got to regain it now and come on back with something.
Of course, I don't know how many steps you think he takes here. 4 or 5 steps.
Well, that's what he says on his sheet, but I tell you, I've counted as many as 7 from time to time.
He's just really struggling.
Yes, he is. And
A lot of paper left, though, however. Lots of paper.
A lot of paper left, you're absolutely right. And Todd Schiller's going to be rolling in here. It's our day for some of our prime people to be unavoidably detained, and when he gets here, he's going to be driving a brand new
Thunderbird.
Ooh, awesome automobile. 476 picking up the 4-7, open again.
Well, Riga, he's going to be ready to jump right on that open now. A couple more strikes, and he can just about, not necessarily end the match, but momentum is going his way. Riga on lane 14, working on a double.
He's got his favorite ball on today. And in case you're trying to adjust your sets at home, no, those pants really are kind of purple. Okay, so purpley blue. Absolutely fantastic. We've watched it time and time again, week after week. The replay will show you perfection personified. The high backswing, board 11. Now watch the rotation of this ball. 1-2 pocket. It's out of here. That's the head pin going off the lane last, and that's the 9. And the score is going to show you that this game is well in hand. Riga Kalfas with the triple gives him 50 in the second, double working. Jerry Eckel is open twice.
Talked about timing before. You can see how good Riga's timing is. He's so solid at the line.
There you're right at the bottom of the swing. Just lifts up so powerfully through the shot, Jennifer. You're absolutely right. A lot of paper left indeed, but we've got a man that's struggling, and we've got a man that's doing this, just ripping the bottom out of the ball. There we go again. Now, left-hand side of your screen. Watch the 7-pin. There you go. It's out of there early, and then the right-hand side, the 10-pin goes out a little late, but it's a great shot.
It's close.
All right. Jerry gets on track there.
Riga was our match game champion in '87. Jerry, does he have... He's got 6 300 games, as I said before, all bowled after the age of 43.
Yeah, I mentioned in the opening, too, a little vested interest here several years ago. As a matter of fact, it was the very first show I ever made as a contestant. Jerry and I bowled on this pair of lanes, hammer and tong. We went at it for a while, and that particular day he came out on top, and he's got to just throw chicken tracks from here on out if he wants a shot at Riga. Going right straight through the heart
You
again.
bowled here against him on the same pair?
Same pair.
You're kidding me.
It was like 15 years ago. Well, maybe it was only 5.
Come on now. Well, the Schillermobile has arrived. Got a beautiful Thunderbird.
Hey, top of the morning to you.
Ford Thunderbird valued at $16,371, ready to be given away in the event of a 300 game this morning. And it's got lots of options.
Lots of stuff on it, huh?
Lots of stuff.
I think
lots of toys.
I think, too, Tom and Todd told me that if they do have the opportunity to give it away, it will be complete with a bucket of chicken and a 6-pack of what we all have come to know as the best beer in the world, Hudy.
Of course, you like your Bach beer. I'm going to stick to my Little King.
This time of year. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. Jennifer, we can't say enough about Riga Kalfas. You know, he's, like you said, he was our match game champion. Started bowling at age 8. He's got a couple of 300s. You are looking at the score, and you're looking at a lopsided match as of this point. 74, Jerry Eckel in the 5th. Riga Kalfas is stringing him, and he looks good again.
Yes, he does. And he's got lots of money behind him from these past, what was it, 6 weeks he was our king?
Yeah, 6 continuous weeks.
And the way he's looking today, he's going to be ready to start back on track to 6 more.
It's close. The ball did not roll off that time. Didn't quite catch it at the bottom of the swing, and on the replay, we could probably be able to see the ball not going into roll. Now, let's look. Okay, he got it wider. He was hitting board 11. That time he hit 10. Now, see, right there where it normally just charges back and drives through, it deflects, leaving the 3-5, 6-9, the right-hander's bucket.
The chicken bucket.
The chicken bucket.
The least famous recipe.
In this particular case. Now, this is not an easy spare, but Riga is pretty accurate. He wants to put the ball between the 3 and the 5 pin. Just like that. Riga
then, well, assuming that he's going to win here, he will go on to meet Bob Schomer in the next match.
Game 2, we're going to be looking forward to the Golden Ball contest. We're going to try to give away $800 this week.
This is really getting exciting, isn't it? $800.
Jerry's just totally lost. I'd hate to say it, but the party looks like it's over. When it's not your day. You just can't pull it together sometimes, Jennifer. You've been there before.
Oh, I know. Too many times. Too many times. Well, he'll shake this one off to experience. I'm sure we'll see him back.
I think he's made it almost every year for the last 20 years as you watch him pick up the spare. He's been qualifying in the King qualifiers for 20 years.
He's got 11-4 record, 11 wins, 4 losses.
That's
a good record,
boy,
I'll
if
tell
that was
you.
a pitcher, he'd be making a lot of money,
oh,
right?
yeah,
Huh?
millions.
Favorite hobbies? Likes to do a little woodworking in the basement, a little whittling, a little lathe making. I think he makes some furniture too. Gary's a talented man. He's a talented bowler. Just not to be today. Riga Kalfas is hot.
He is hot. No question about it. On a roll right now.
About as hot as those pants he's wearing.
Absolutely.
I tell you.
I think he's changing his luck. In the past, he's hit on his lucky red pants for 6 weeks in a row. Now he lost. He's going to change his little strategy there.
Well, I guess we could go with that. Sounds good to me.
Sounds as good as any.
Riga Kalfas, lane 14, came off the string with a bucket. Let's see if he gets back on track. And so often when we see a bowler go wide on a shot, the next shot's going to go a little high, but watch it on the replay. We're going to trip out the 6 and the 4. Those are the 2 pins to the second pins from each side of your screen. Now watch it here. It's going to cut sharply. That's a hit pin going straight back. 3 pin to the right wall, 2 pin to the left wall. Now watch this action. Boom, boom. Out of here. A couple of crossbody blocks.
When you got good roll on the ball, as Riga does, you can carry that stuff. I'll tell you, it's a true talent to trip out the 6 for the left-hander or the 4 for the right-hander.
Exactly.
When you're tripping that all day, you're doing well.
You betcha. And did he trust that ball? Holy smokes, he... Red C strike. Let's see it on the split screen. We can show the reaction of the ball and the bowler. Riga Kalfas looks great. Gives it a little extra area, a little more turn. Does he like it? You bet he does. Yeah, a little reaction.
Gary's not going to foul out of here without showing us what exactly he is made of. He can strike, I'll tell you. Just having a bad day.
Yeah, I guess he can strike. He qualified for the show, shooting .715 last week here at LaRu Lanes. Riga shooting .718. And Ralph Goyette losing in the roll-off prior to our TV coverage, shooting .195 for Mr. Eckel to .190. 190 was a loser today, and Jerry Eckel is still lost. But Tommy's not lost. Here he is. Just hit the door, and he'll be joining us in game 2.
We'll be looking at the Golden Ball contest next, won't we, Dave?
That's right. We're going to be coming right back with that in just a few minutes. We're going to finish this game up. Jerry Eckel marking in the 10th frame. A lot of pride in these bowlers. Even if you're out of the match, you know, you just like to finish and give a creditable showing. If he strikes, it'll give him 180. Riga Kalfas, without throwing a ball, already has 196.
Qualifying today will be going on at Pin House in St. Bernard, as we said before. Next week we'll be coming from Pin House, but we will be qualifying at Holly Lanes next week. Saturday and Sunday starting at 9 a.m. both days, shifts every hour and a half. And we'd like to see some new faces out there with David Newrath and myself.
All right. There you go.
All right. So what do you think here? Are we going to make a prediction for next game? Are we not going to touch it?
Well, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay out of it this time.
Okay.
Riga, if he strikes on the next ball in the 10th, will finish out with 266.
And he will go on to meet Bob Schomer, 23 years of age, from Cincinnati.
Or Cincinnati, depending upon which side of town you're from.
Or how
right?
German you are, or something. Or how Irish.
All right, Master.
The Riga train, pumped up, full boilers, headed south. This man is going to be tough today.
And our king, of course, is Ron Pollard, who dethroned Riga last week.
Gee, Jen, you think he'd like to make it to that last match?
Oh, you betcha.
Absolutely right. Riga Kalfas 266 with a strike on this ball. Jerry Eckel 180. How about 263? Not all bad. Great match, a congratulatory. And we are going to go to the Golden Ball contest. So don't get up yet. Stay tuned.